What up, though? It's your man Detroit Mar back in the building. Y'all heard the creeper voice. Y'all know what time it is. Story time with Lil Marvin. All right, so today's story time is gonna be called Dranksgiving, and you'll see why. So for those who know me, know I don't drink. I smoke cigars, but I normally smoke cigars with coffee. hmm So this actually happened this year. So I like to anticipate needs. I'm a person that plans and plots, far in advance. And basically, what happened was my wife bakes a lot. Like she really bakes a lot of good food. Everybody loves her baking, cookies, cupcakes, cakes, everything she makes it. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a good husband, and I'm gonna take some of the holiday stress off of her. We normally have Thanksgiving as a family, like with my cousins, my aunts, and uncles and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna order a cake. I know a lady that makes really good cakes. Everybody, you know, she's highly recommended. This, that, and the third. And so I ordered the cake, and I mean, I ordered it probably a month in advance, right? Good price too. I get over there. It's a line of cars because we pulling up to the house. She bringing the cake out. This when you can bake. When it's a line of cars, they like we next, right? She bring the cake out, speak to her for a minute, get in the car, right? Get over to my aunt's house. We have a Thanksgiving, and everybody see they like, Risha didn't make a cake. That's my wife. Risha didn't make the cake today. I'm like, nah. She made some cookies, but cause my wife gonna do too much. Fellas, y'all know if y'all got a wife that's gonna do too much, you try to help out, she's still doing. We get over there, they see the cake. It's a strawberry shortcake cheesecake. This thing looked good, and the cake was heavy. I'm holding it. My cousin was like, let me check that out. That's a big powerlifting dude, too. He picked the cake up. He's like, boy, this cake got to weigh like 8, 9 pounds. I'm like, I know, right? She come highly recommended. They're like, you had a cake before? I'm like, no. But everybody swears by her. We go set the cake down. Now, if you've been in a black family, and I'm sure white families, Latino families, all of them, they do the same thing. There's going to come a point in time, if you marry, where your wife is going to be like, go get me some of that, because I don't want to look greedy. Make sure his wife gets some. So my cousin come to me and he like, hey, did you were you ready to cut into the cake? I was like, yeah, no, y'all go ahead. He's like, okay, well, cause my wife wants some, and you know, she don't want to take the first piece. I'm like, nah, first fruits, y'all, you good. My wife gets up with her super helpful behind and decides to cut all the cake. I'm gonna cut it all up and just pass it out. Everybody getting a slice. The little kids. The only one didn't get a slice was my niece because we didn't know if it was nuts in it. So I had to text the lady to find out if it was nuts in it. She got a nut allergy. God bless everybody with nut allergies. I couldn't deal. So my wife cuts the entire cake up in one sitting, passing them out. This cake is huge, by the way. Passing them out, passing them out. Oh, they eating this cake. They eating it gone. I got me a slice, but I'm still working on, you know what I'm saying, the Thanksgiving Day food. You gotta, I eat mine at the end. My wife eats hers in the beginning, eats her dessert in the beginning. I eat mine at the end. I'm working through my stuff. And one of my cousins come up to me and she's like, cuz. And she's got this real perturbed look on her face. And she looking around. Was this cake supposed to have rum in it? And I'm like, no, why you say that? She was like, I think you better taste the cake. I'm like, nah, everybody know I don't drink. I'm good. I take a bite out of it and I'm like, oh no. I was like, well, who all done ate some? Everybody, including the kids. I'm talking about 2 4-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds. All of the kids had ate this cake. They ate it gone. Kids horrible, right? And I'm like, oh snap. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm a responsible adult. I better sit here and act like I don't know it had rum in the cake until somebody say something. Now the thing that got me was I should have knew something was up because my aunties, they all ate the cake and none of them said nothing. They in there rubbing their gums. They delicious. That is cake. That's cake. Whoever made this doing the Lord's work, right? They all in there rubbing their gums, so something should have tipped me off then. But nobody says nothing except for my one cousin. Shout out to Nas. Nas the only person who said something to me about it. And I'm such a practical joker that another one of my cousins, Dee Dee, it was her birthday. And because I practical joked her so much, I was never going to let this down after that. The fact that she caught this, I'm never going to let this down, right? So long story short, it starts to get around that cake, was spiked. And it's a bunch of us. I come from a big family. It's a bunch of us in the house. That's how big the cake was. Everybody got a slice, okay? I even saved a slice for my mom. My mom was battling the cold at the time, so she wasn't there. Everybody in the house got a slice of this cake, right? You fast forward, you know how black family functions, we all be in there talking loud or whatever, doing whatever. But there's always like a little bit of music playing in the background. When I tell you these little kids, even the shy babies, was up doing all of the choreography from Beyonce's last tour. They was gigging. And I'm like, these kids, I ain't never even heard talk before. Because they that young. These kids was dancing so hard. Listen to me. They were dancing so hard to like Baby Shark and Frozen soundtrack. It was out of control. And the parents, this is how horrible my cousins are. They laughing at their kids. They like, right? And they laughing at me because I'm such a practical joker. It's really hard to catch me on stuff. Because I'm clumsy. I do foolish stuff. But normally nobody see it, so people don't know. So it's real hard to catch me falling off on stuff because I be trying to make sure you don't see it. They are jonesing me to no end, right? They jonesing me to no end. These little babies got rum all in their belly. They shaking, and they laughing. And I'm like, she must have gave me the wrong cake. Snap, because she makes infused cakes. And I contacted the lady. She said, well, no, I should have had no rum in it. And, she's just sweet. No, it shouldn't have been no rum in there. There's no rum in there, Marvin. I'm like, man, I got ready to send her a video. These little kids, they shaking in and out of existence. Because the cake is a strawberry shortcake cheesecake. So it's full of sugar. But you add rum, and now little kids is on 10. They were on 10. Oh my God, these kids was wilding. It was so funny. Like, and everybody, like my cousin whose birthday it was, I don't want to name her name because I don't want to embarrass Dee Dee, called one of my aunts who live out of state and my uncle to tell on me like I'm a child. Called and told them it was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny. We all had a good laugh about it. She even brought it up in church on Sunday, which I thought was, not the best. I thought that might have been childish. But we in the judge-free zone. Now, here's how God can turn a messing into a blessing. I was the talk of the town joke-wise on Thursday night. A lightweight billing Thursday night. But Friday, when them babies ain't wake up to 2:30 and you was able to clean your whole house and watch 2 seasons of your favorite show without listening to the kids, I was a hero. So the moral of the story is, all heroes don't wear capes. Some of us smoke cigars and wear tiger's caps. But anyway, that happened this year. Now, my cousin is going to try to get in these comments. Let me just warn y'all up front, because she got a little hate in her spirit. And she be letting the devil use her. She don't try to fight back. My cousin is going to try to hate in these comments and say that I did this on purpose. I did not do this on purpose. I did not try to get these babies drunk on purpose. But a good time was had by all. I'm sure I won't be allowed to bring any pastries ever. But I try to do the right thing. I try to be nice for my wife, and the babies got drunk. It's all good. It's all good. If this is a setback in their life, listen, life got way more stuff coming. If this is what got you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's it for me. Dranksgiving. Storytime with Lil Marvin. Y'all be good or be fast, but most importantly, be sober.